I really wanted, as silly as it may sound, to like last in shoes for like longer than 5 minutes at my own wedding. And I didn't want to be miserable thinking about my back on what's supposed to be the happiest day of my life.
A pain-free wedding doesn't seem like a lot to ask, but Dana had reason to be concerned. She was in the midst of a long and painful odyssey.
Come on in.
4 years earlier, she was a newly minted X-ray technician. She had just moved a patient when she felt something unusual.
I felt like an immediate pain in my back, into my legs, and I was like, this is strange for a 23-year-old girl. And of course, I'm an X-ray, so they take my X-ray. The radiologist who knows me is like, hey, is this your back? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, we have a problem.
Dana unfortunately had multiple fractures in her back that she was either born with or developed during her adolescent years. And those fractures ultimately caused her a lot of back discomfort and pain, which prompted her to see an outside surgeon.
Several doctors recommended fusion, but just the idea scared Dana. Then, she met a surgeon who proposed relieving the pain by placing 4 screws in the fractures to stabilize her back. That seemed like a better option.
He said that, the goal would be to make it 10, 15 years. And I was like, 10, 15 years? I'm in my late 30s. This would be the ideal situation. And I think I made it without pain, maybe 3 months.
The pain came back with a vengeance.
I had a very deep, deep pain in my right leg. It would be this like cramping, burning sensation that I had never experienced before for any injury I've ever had.
So with 4 new screws in her back and the pain getting worse, Dana did what any 23-year-old might do.
I ignored it for a really long time, and I hit, I think, 27, and I was exhausted. I was in pain all the time. I couldn't do anything, and I gave up.
Dana worked closely with lots of surgeons, including Dr. Khan, who she particularly admired for his approach to problem solving.
He doesn't leave a stone unturned, and he doesn't just assume. And I finally called him, and it was the best decision.
It didn't take long for Dr. Khan to identify the source of Dana's pain.
This was the first X-ray I got on Dana when I first met her. It shows the 4 screws that were placed by her earlier surgeon to try and hold her fractures together. Unfortunately, the screws had gotten loose, and she was quite miserable and uncomfortable from all the movement that she had in her back from the 4 fracture sites that had not healed properly.
To relieve her pain, Dr. Khan planned to remove the original screws and replace them with larger, stronger fasteners that would stabilize her back and allow it to heal.
We knew that she had these loose screws in her back, and we knew what was causing her pain, and I was confident that once we addressed the problem, she will do well. My concern with Dana was to make sure that her neural structures were well protected when these screws were removed.
After nearly 4 years of suffering, Dana didn't hesitate.
I was excited. I was really, really hopeful. I had felt for the first time in this entire situation that I had all the answers.
She was first and foremost relieved that we had identified what was causing her pain, and she was willing to move forward with whatever was needed to be done to get her out of this difficult state that she was living in.
And so I was really confident that I had the best team around me.
With the wedding just months away, Dana had the surgery. It didn't take long for her to realize she had finally turned the corner.
I was able to be a passenger in the car for an hour and a half and not have to shift, unbend the knee. It was incredible. And at that point, I think I even texted him and I was like, big win today. I sat for longer than 20 minutes. That was a big moment. It was really exciting to see that I had a future. It was incredible. And it's been really, really life-changing.
Dana continued to improve and was able to enjoy her wedding as she had hoped.
I wore my shoes for most of the night. I did not take them off because of my back. I took them off because of my feet. And I think I was just in the middle of the dance floor twirling around, to be honest with you.
It makes me so happy to see that Dana did so well with the surgery. She's back at her job. She's back as a radiology technician, and she's able to move heavy equipment around with ease. She's able to dance. She's able to live her life again.
Looking back on it, I'm almost sad I didn't do it sooner. I wasted what's like supposed to be like the most fun years of your life, like really kind of trying to just get by. And I wish I hadn't, because I can do everything. There's nothing I can't do.